Hey Greg, how's it going? Get my channel pulled up here on my phone so I can read the comments. Got somebody else in here? So Greg, you got everything ready to roll yet? It's what I've been working on the planner today. Just got one in here now. And Greg ain't saying nothing. There we go. Three in here. One of them's me. Got two thumbs up. So what's been going on with everybody? So I've been replacing some pins and some bushings on my planter today. It actually started last Sunday. Had to have some help with it, so it's not took me all week, but it's been a 2-day thing, and go. It's just nerve-wracking. It's been a 2-day thing, and hello, Chris Freeman. And we finally got it done today. Video later this week with a little bit of it. The guys that was helping me, hello, Gordon. They wasn't too camera friendly, but they let me record some. Gordon, I was watching your TikToks last night in the chicken barn. Brandon, James, Tennessee's been pretty nice this week. Last couple of days been really windy. Well, thanks for stopping in, Nelson. It's time to be doing a lot of spraying, and it's just way too windy for that. But it's a little cool today, yes. But I should be having some spraying videos. I know how much everybody loves them. They don't. But here in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna be planting. And supposed to have some lime dumped this past week, and they've not dumped it. I think we got up to 60 today, maybe, James. But it wouldn't do any good anyways, as windy as it was. If they dumped it, it'd blow it off in the neighbor's field and everywhere else. But trying to get all my prescriptions and stuff ready to plant. We've everybody's talking about cutting back on fertilizer. I think that's a no-no. Benji. Yep, times are about to get busy, but I think cutting back on fertilizer is a no-no. I think it's going to bite some people in the butt. Husker. The only thing I'm really cutting back on is some ground that's really good, I'm not putting any builder in it. I'm just replacing some of my patch. I ain't heard from you in a while. Some of my better farms, I'm just replacing what I'm taking off this year. Some of the worst ones, or worse for ones, I'm gonna build on them. So I'm not really cutting back a whole lot. That's about what time we're gonna start. It's about April the 10th. I've got herbicide to spray on some wheat. I've got pastures to spray with herbicide, and then liquid nitrogen, and then week after I spray my wheat with herbicide, I got to go back with liquid nitrogen on it. Then we're going to start burning down for corn. So yeah, the weather's been really nice, except for windy. Mark, where have you been? You've not even put up a video or nothing. We was worried about you. Glad you joined in tonight, though. And speaking on fertilizer, I do variable rate. I talk a little bit about that in a video that's coming out tomorrow afternoon. But I do variable rate, and I'm just lucky to live in a place that's set up to do it. That is the co-op. I spread, the only fertilizer I put out myself is liquid nitrogen. Terry's here. Good evening to you too, Terry. Jackie's here. Thought you was camping, Jackie. Well, way I stream nitrogen, I don't think I can mix the herbicide in with it. Plus, we're working at two different rates. I'm going to be putting herbicide out at 15 gallons and then liquid nitrogen out at 20 gallons. And there's a waiting period on, I don't know if it's Harmony or what it is, on wheat before I spray nitrogen. So no, I don't think they mix too well. There's a lot of chemicals that don't mix with nitrogen well. Would be nice to be able to put both out at the same time. Do I cultivate anything? I'm about 70 to 90% no-till. Probably 28% on the nitrogen. Our land is so rolling and hilly that the government frowns on erosion. So the no-till, it does work pretty good, and I try to cultivate what needs to be smoothed out. Ben, whenever you said Athens, north of Athens, I think you're talking about Athens, Georgia. I'm talking about Athens, Tennessee. About blew you off the pier. But I'm I think about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from that combine, where I'd go look at it for you. Got 19 in here. Ben thought he had found a combine relatively close to me, but it's not. That's what we're talking about. Not a lot of talking. Not a lot of talking. They talked amongst themselves. Nelson must be on vacation. We got 2.1 inches of rain Tuesday, and the wind's drying things out, but it's still wet. Well, being I can't unless it's just not letting it hold fluid. Now, if it's leaking bad enough, they're putting high dollar hydraulic fluid in there and it's leaking out. I wouldn't fix it till I got the hose fixed anyway. But if they want to sell it bad enough, they can fix the hose. What I think. No word on the 5088. That's Dad's project. I done told him I would, if it was mine, I would take it somewhere else. Actually found a Gary Abraham. Welcome. Actually found a 7140 Case International on Marketplace. 2 hours away from here, and had a friend look at it. That was a tractor mechanic. He said it was in good shape, but we actually done a FaceTime video looking at it. But it was going to still have to have some money spent on it, and I would have probably, if the engine and transmission was good, I probably would have been in it fairly cheap. But I bought a truck instead. Kind of not regretting buying the truck, but I'm regretting not buying that tractor. So I have a feeling the 5088 was supposed to be done before we start planting, but I don't see it getting done. So kind of regretting not having it. Just having the satisfaction of knowing I've got another tractor in case something like last year happens, or one that I could hook to a disc and send it out disc and ruts and ditches and stuff like that. But I'm afraid we're going to be stuck with one tractor again. And I saw a 7140. That's pretty rough. There's 6,000 hours on it for 51,000, and I thought that was way too much for a tractor in that shape. Only paid 51,000 for my 8940. It's a lot better shape. $84.10. How much you want for your Magnum? I'm actually, probably if I have a good year, I know I'm trading planters, and I may look at a MX, keep the 8940 and get me an MX. They're real tractors, Gordon, but one of them's too nice to use, and the other one's getting pretty worn out, and I kind of would like to slap duals on it, but I'd have to take them back off. It'd pull the disc, okay, the 18-foot disc, pretty good, but I'm used to my creature comforts. I'm sorry, I'm spoilt. And if them cabs on them 66 models, I think the consensus are they're junk, especially here in the, hey Dave, especially here in the South. But it would be nice to have one with a 1066 with a cab, updated air conditioner, and auto steer just for shits and giggles. Dave, I actually thought about you today. How many hours is on it, Ben? I think it was Dad went to an auction day, and a state auction. Hello, Colton. And he bought a bunch of key fobs. They were the guy that had the state auction had a store at one time. He had a bunch of key fobs, and I thought of you and Patch both because it's key fob for a snowmobile, and I cannot remember the name of the snowmobile. But I've seen y'all show them snowmobiles in videos before, and if I could think of if I knew it was the one y'all was talking about, I'd send y'all the key fobs, because they're just something different. But there's a little bit of everything: Pontiac, Plymouth, Corvette, 442, just old key fobs. They were new old stock, but they'd done been in storage long enough that's a little rusty. And I got a wild kid running around here, and that's what you hear in the background. Okay. Case Man D, how you been? Yeah, I ain't been live a long time. I finally got some good internet. I gotta look at got behind on them. Brandon, I do not know the exact price on liquid fertilizer. I know urea is just doubled from last year. The co-op was able to lock a bunch in, and I know I did ask about the liquid, and it was because it's usually a little cheaper. It's about the same price. But the only thing I spray it on is grass and wheat, because I feel like it takes hold quicker. I've got about three and a half loads of corn to go, and about 6 loads of soybeans, and I'm desperately looking for a part-time truck driver. Desperately, because I need to be doing other things. The 1066s are running good. Okay, I know back there was several different cabs that came on them tractors in the 56s and I guess those 6s and 66s. Hello, John Willis. East Tennessee. What part of East Tennessee? And I'll be honest with you, the 86 and 88 series cabs wasn't the best as far as the AC, not in my experience. So y'all check Colton's channel out. He's put a link to it. I ain't got many moderators on here. I made Wild Ben one. Yeah, David's here. Johnson City. I've been through there several times. I'll be planting corn in about April 10th, April 15th. What year was my house built? Depends on which part you're talking about. It started out 2 rooms in 1917 and has been built onto over the years, and it's 2,200 square foot now. I think the last built onto in the 70s. I think the part you're looking at now was in the 60s or 50s. 50s is when it was built. Everybody got quiet on me. Yeah, about April 10th, April 15th, I hope to be planting. Hope to have everything ready. Hope to have all grain hauled, so I've got time to work in the field. But we still got a long ways to get there. Oh, come on, James. It ain't that far. You can come down and drive. Justin Payne, ain't heard nothing out of you in a while. Come on, get in there. That's what you want to get out of the shower. But getting back to the house, James asked me this today in a text message. This farm has been in the family since 1905. So part of it's across the road. A third or fourth cousin owns it. And then we've got part of the original farm down here. Everybody's got quiet. What are my hobbies? Well, farmer really ain't got time for hobbies, but I play a little guitar. Let me see. I actually have a video tomorrow of calves. That's what it's about. Feeding hay and calves. It's not been dry here. It's been wet and rainy. Thanks, Wayne. Glad you enjoyed it. IH Farmer 81. I think I've seen you on some channels. Hello, welcome. The farm show in Memphis was okay. I thought there should have been more equipment there. I think there was a lot more equipment there years ago when I went. I was a little disappointed on that. Well, hello, Scott. Welcome to the party. You and soybean farmer, y'all about got ready to start planting yet? Everybody's got quiet. It was one, yes and no, it was one big convention center. It had different rooms in it. What's my moisture excess? We got quite a bit. It's wet. That's what we was talking about, Scott. I hope around April 10th, April 15th, and hope I have a lot better luck this year and get corn in and then move soybeans and do a little bit of hay and then combine wheat and soybeans again. I saw there's a video that I ain't got to watch yet. Where you working on chisel plow? How many 4240s you got? The older tractors are pretty nice to have. Like I said, we've got a few of them, and we've got some that's newer and some that's middle of the road. They've all got their place, but I like which made in 940s, over 20 years old, but I like to have the newer ones for the technology. I don't know of any storms, just a lot of wind. We're pretty good ways from Texas. Yeah, David, I've been watching y'all's videos the last couple of days. Selling some hay. Now, David, are y'all close to the coast? H Farmer 81, we've got two 1066s. One that's my grandfather bought in 75 new. We still use it, still use it a lot. And then we got one we bought a couple years ago and had restored and do a little light work with it. Shows. Uh, I do a hayride with it. Didn't pull the hayride with it this year. I always put it in a tractor show. Hope to have one or two more in there. 69 miles from the coast. I'm a long ways from the coast. Yes, I am a dealer for Outback. And I got the tumbler right there. Yeah, that's a S, 4240S. Is that right? The problem with being an Outback dealer right now is I've probably lost about $5,000, $3,000 to $5,000 in profit because everything's back ordered and people's wanting it now. I'm getting calls on it, but I can't get anything till May, and people's wanting it now. So hopefully things will level out and I can get some in this fall and be able to equip some tractors over the winter. Have I bought any fertilizer yet? Yes and no. I was talking about this earlier. I'm not scrimping on anything much. I gotta have it. I'm not scrimping on it and trying to make up for it next year. And I'm just gonna bite the bullet, which the prices, if they stay up, I think we'll be all right, especially with the guarantees on insurance, crop insurance. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, Outback is in Hiawatha. I'm working on it, Colton. Uh, Takes a lot of time, and I ain't got it. Somebody's asked me about if I had hobbies. I don't have a whole lot of time for hobbies. Farming and trying to have a family, keep a family happy is pretty good juggling uh, act. David, you're gonna have to make a video of this tractor so I can see what you're talking about, because I don't know much about John Deere's. There was actually a farmer here that collected John Deere's, mostly rare ones, and he collected all kinds of tractors, mostly John Deere. And he passed away, and his family sold his collection, and he had some rare ones that brought big money. But I couldn't tell you what they was because just never been in John Deere. David, I think aren't you and I friends on Facebook? I know your son and I am, Clint. Let's see if you're on there. I'm losing something right there. He has in the past. What are you referring to, Scott? Still gonna need something special to corn besides cow manure. I mean, I know you do silage with yours, but still, I think it's a lot of chicken litter's been bought up here, and I don't know what the strategy is on what they've got for it, but it's still got to have fertilizer with it. So I don't know if they're going to put fertilizer with it or they think they can get by with chicken litter. But I'm not a big fan on litter manure, especially if you don't put something with it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Scott. I may have to look back through his videos. I've not really had a lot of time to watch YouTube. I try to watch as much as I can, especially the ones I enjoy. But here lately, it just don't seem like I've had the time for it. And I've not been putting out the videos like I normally do and doing the live streams because a lot of the stuff I've been doing this winter has been repetitious. And another thing is I guess some good news is I finally got fiber optic internet here. So where it would take me 4 or 5 hours to upload a video, I'm ready to go in 5 minutes. So with the pretty weather and planting and spraying coming along, hopefully more videos more often. Political promises, Scott. Jacob Moye, welcome. Say I'm missing something. Yeah, there's some spread dumped up here, and neighbors got. It's not that bad in a pile of, unless you just drive right by it. But when they spread it and it rains, it'll stink you out. Got a local dairy; they do slurry, and people complain about it, but I don't. I don't notice it as much as I do the litter. I guess I was outside all day, wind blowing. I could smell manure from somewhere they were spreading. I have no idea, Greg. Like I said, I've never really ever messed with it. It would be fine if you could, which I variable rate. That's one thing. No, I don't think you can variable rate chicken litter, and if it's tested and you run that with your other prescription, I think it'd be all right. But I don't know if you'd come out any money or not. Exactly, David. That's the way I feel. Dave, you got a crazy Dave. You got a video on the Make 'em auction. Because, like I said, I've not been watching as much YouTube, but I don't think I've got any notifications from you uploading in a while. I'll probably start doing them every 2 weeks again. Like I said, the internet is a lot better here. Didn't go this year. That was you and Bibster both did one last year, correct? Well, I heard there is a big demand for adult diapers in Washington, D.C. No reply back to that. Like I said, I like messing around with old iron, but it's more feasible for the newer stuff for me to work with. Well, I'm on my iPad. I've actually got a holder. I can stick that on the window and hotspot off my cell phone if I wanted to. And sometimes I do let my cell phone play through the Bluetooth and kind of listen to videos and stuff like that. But I try to catch a few videos at lunch, and um, I used to watch a lot at night, but uh, I'm back to watching TV. I'm about burnt out on it. Probably get back watching videos. We got the Roku and Miami Vice and Magnum PI. Those are two of the shows I watch, and the old shows. And I'm about burnt out on them for a while, so I may go back to YouTube for a while. I actually sat down and watched the movie last night. Went and since everybody's going to be quiet, I went and watched the Batman movie with my two boys and two of their friends. If I'd known it was going to be a 3 hour movie, I wouldn't have even went. But that was the biggest letdown I've seen. Bruce Wayne is now like all depressed and suicidal, and I just wasn't the Batman I grew up with. But everybody's talking about how great a movie it was. Went and seen Uncharted, the movie Uncharted. I recommend that video. The Batman. It's the newest Batman movie, and it's to me it was just awful, depressing. I was My favorite part was the end, literally when the credits rolled and I was able to get out of there. Just when you thought it was over, and I was waiting for it to be over, it would crank back up again, and it was almost like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. I was miserable. I used to watch a lot of movies on weekends back before I had kids, but we go. I got where I take them. If you take them to the early 4 o'clock show, it's only $5 a person, so it ain't too bad on the pocketbook. And the TV system we got now, we can rent get a lot of movies free or rent them pretty cheap, and it's not like the old movie gallery days where you used to go and walk around. Kind of miss them days. Yep, the credits was the best part of the movie. That was whenever I got to get up and walk out. I think I actually said real loud, "Finally, it's over with," and I had people agreeing with me. But from what I've read on Facebook and other places, it's supposed to be a great movie. And catfish stalkers outdoors. What is the best cut of meat on a cow? Probably probably ribeye. Yep, Crazy Dave Hollywood. I've not met any part of a cow or a hog that I didn't like. Not a big chicken person. Hey Mike, how you been doing? Derek Thomas has got moved into his big place across the road. It's like a dang motel or a super church. If you ain't checked it out. I'm about done with Hollywood anyways. That's one reason why I'm watching the old shows is they were good back then. The when they get shooting and stuff, though, the sound effects pretty crappy. Pretty crappy. Yeah, I've gotten quiet on me. I've never eaten any beef tongue, but I've heard that's good. I've never ate chitlins. I wouldn't mind trying them if they was cooked right. Somebody says you really have to cook the shit out of them. Wash the shit out of them first, and cook the shit out of them. Me and my potty mouth. Mike, I was in it. I got a tour of it whenever he had his sheetrock up before he had it painted and stuff. It's going to be a pretty nice place. I don't think they're moved in. But I don't think they're completely done, and I'd kind of like to go check it out when they do get done. So you went and seen it too. No, he didn't have any when I was there either. I actually put a little video up on the Instagram and Facebook about his house the other day. Terry's eating a ribeye. First bite of chitlins tastes like chicken salad. The second tastes like chicken shit. Hmm. We're talking a lot about chicken shit this tonight. I've got to get me a flag up down here. One of them store and leaf flags where you can see it from outer space. I don't know how much one of them cost. Jonathan Irwin, hello, how you? My weekend's been good but windy. Well, he's wanting attention. Kids, they come over here and they stand right here in the corner.
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I've been in here watching TV anyways.
Jonathan Irwin, I don't know if you've ever commented or been on live stream, so welcome. Ain't no telling how big that flag is. And what me and Mike is talking about, there's a local furniture store, pretty big furniture store, and I don't know how big that flag is, but I really do think you can see it from outer space. Yeah, there ain't no sprayers rolling around here. It's wet or windy. Turn cold. We got maybe up to 60s, high 50s today. Wouldn't have been that bad, but the sun was, or the wind was really ripping last 2 days. Blew all my hair off. Dust in my crotch. Okay, that's a new one. If you've ever been in a grain bin, you get corn everywhere. Yep, spreading weeds. So another thing you got to watch about Tipton County, is that West Tennessee? One thing you got to watch about the manure is if they've ate grass or hay that's had graze on, it won't, whenever, if you plant beans or something like that, the 2,4-D will mess it up. Hello, Randy. You're not late. Gordon has probably done retired for the night because he gets up early for them chickens. Speaking of cotton, I'm not but 7 miles from Alabama, and I mentioned earlier been some guys been working on planter. I traded some used GPS equipment to a machinist, and we put some new pins and bushings in my planter. Video sometime next week, maybe. Gotta see what I got. Well, anyways, they're cotton farmers, and not this year, but 23. If the price is there, I'm gonna plant some cotton. These guys said that they would harvest it for me, and I just want to see what all the hoopla is about. Nobody grows cotton here in Lawrence County. There isn't none grown that I know of. Right across the Alabama line is cotton country, so I may give it a shot. I'd like to have probably 100 acres of it. Try it. Ben's on here, still on here. He's all the time trying to get me to grow cotton too. Kevin ain't never ate no chitlins. "35 miles north of Memphis. Is that over there close to Covington?" Cotton is a challenging crop. I'm gonna have to come over there and learn from you over there in Wayne County. Or are you in Hardin County? Cam getting his planter ready. I've grew some milo too, and I've done really good on it, but there's just no place to sell it in aphids. I got lucky and caught the aphids quick. What little milo was grown around here that year, aphids got it all. I had the only surviving crop, and like I said, I got lucky, and I was running a spray coop at the time, and I pulled in the field and went to get off the sprayer and had the leaves was covering the sprayer ladder, and I slipped and fell on them, fell on my head and shoulder, and messed up my neck and shoulder, and I still got it sprayed. Jeremy, these guys down here is from down there around Athens, so I think they know what they're doing. I told them that they was gonna have to teach me all about it. Is 5 acres even enough to make a module? Well, you got it. You got the 9920 for sale. Which I'm a Case International guy, but I was reading a post on Southern Farming on Facebook today, this afternoon, and somebody was asking about Case International planters, and everybody was saying, or not planters, pickers. Everybody was saying that to go, most everybody's saying go with John Deere, that the case would pick a little cleaner, but John Deere done a better overall job. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna get that far into it where I buy my own picker, but just all depends on what the price is next spring, whether I do it. Picking SOB. And I don't know, because we're busy on my own harvest, but we usually don't work on Sundays. I'm gonna go help these guys on Sundays. Some pick a little cotton, kind of see what it's all about. We were talking about Batman 10 minutes ago. What'd you do? Fall asleep on me? Well, it's done for the present time. I did go to Harbor Freight and buy some better wrenches to put in it. Hand wrenches. I'm leaving them sockets for right now, but just kind of as things go. Maybe a better compressor on there here pretty soon. A long story. I've got a third cousin that I've never met. He was raised up, I think, in Baltimore. And anyways, I've never met him. His dad, my dad's first cousin, they lost contact. So anyways, he found me on the channel. My third cousin did. He found the channel and didn't have social media. Had his daughter send me a message on Instagram, and we've exchanged numbers. And so anyways, he told me the other day, after he seen the service truck video, he's in North Carolina now. He works for Ingersoll Rand. And he said that he would hook us up on a pretty good deal on some compressors. So we're needing one desperate for the shop. So we're probably gonna try to get one from him pretty soon on that, and then later on put a better one on my truck with key start. And if I can get it moved over in the middle in front of the fuel tank, I'll have more room on that side for boxes. It's gonna be a work in progress the whole time. So we at 53 minutes. Usually try to go an hour. Jonathan, there's Covington. There's a guy that watches me. You must be on the river, on the barge. Let me think of his name. David Queen. I've talked to him. He's messaged me on Instagram. Do you know him? I don't know I just know Davidson. Davidson is where he's from. Yeah. He travels a lot. He says he comes to Nashville a lot. Whenever he comes to Nashville next time, he's coming out here to see me. But I thought it was just cool to catch up with him. And we've never met him. His dad, last time he was down about 15 years ago, he said he'd retired and was going to try to come down more often, and we've not heard anything out of him. And I found out through his son that he had a stroke. There is a Versatile dealership over in Union City, ain't it? I don't know what I'd do with one, but I'd like to have Versatile, and I looked at the nearest dealer in Union City. "18 running tractors." Imagine it's a bitch trying to keep batteries in all of them. I just know what few we got, it's always a battery somewhere. I had to put a new battery on 8940 the other day. I put 2 new ones on it, brand new ones on it in December of 2020, and then I had to put a battery on it this year, or just a couple weeks ago. Batteries, tires, diesel, oil. Gets expensive when you got a fleet. All right, unless y'all get to talking, we got 4 minutes. I've actually had fun, pretty good fun on this, and it's been one of my better ones. And I think we've had overall the biggest crowd on this and this year or this time. Three and a half minutes unless somebody gets talking. Trying to see if I've lost anyone. That reminds me, Scott, I need to stick a stick in the semi tomorrow. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, James. We got 3 minutes. And if we get on another roll, we might go a little longer. Andy's in the house. That's fine. I try to catch Andy's live streams. If y'all have never been on one of them, it's a lot different than this. That is the Grumpy Farmer. Y'all need to check him out if you haven't. I actually met some people at David Crockett Park from Covington back last summer. Well, Andy, we fixing to shut it down. I'll shut it down after everybody stops saying hi to you. I've not forgot. I just ain't been to the mailbox. I got to send you and some other guy one. No worries, Andy. I'm not a basketball watcher, but I used to like watching baseball and playing football and watching college football. But my team is the Tennessee Volunteers, so they ain't worth watching anyways. Don't even mess with it. Terry, that stuff is on back order, so even if you wanted some this year, I don't know if I could get it to you. Everything's on back order. Everything's on back order. Well, Nelson, it sounds like you're on vacation, and it probably be better off if you was on vacation spending time with your wife. I'm just joking. I don't like pro sports at all anymore. Never really cared for pro football. Never could watch it on TV. It was just too much replays and stuff like that. I'd lose interest. Because I liked playing in high school, but We couldn't, when we was playing high school football, we couldn't talk to nobody behind the fence. So all the non-players got the cheerleaders, I guess. Well, on everything that's back ordered, it's always a different excuse. I don't know what Outback's excuse was. Is in December was going to have plenty of everything, and APSA 80. The excuse is the excuse they gave me, and I'm still on the fence about it. Is it worked so good last year that more people's wanting it and the supply's not there? I don't believe that either, but I'm gonna try some of it out and we'll see how good it works. And I'm set up to sell it, but I'm not gonna sell something that I wouldn't feel confident using myself. And I've got some other stuff this year that I'm getting set up to sell, some seed and some other chemicals that if it works, I'll really try to sell them. But if it don't, I'm not gonna mess with it. What was that about jumper cables? We used to make them out of welding leads. Make them as long as you want. And that's about the last set lasted about 30 years. We made out of welding leads. And if you don't keep them in the back of a truck, and if you keep them out of the weather, they'll last a lot longer. Copper's high. Scrap iron must be too. I need to load some of this crap up around here. Like I said, there is a demand for adult diapers in Washington, D.C. right now. That wasn't important, just my mother. I think it's called shit for brains, chocolate pudding. Since it was mentioned so many times tonight, chicken shit pudding. Kind of a grayish pudding, I guess. Whitish gray. Nothing like a thieving brother-in-law. I don't have one, but used to have a cousin that stole a lot. But he don't do that kind of stuff no more, supposedly. Nothing more than I hate than a thief. All right, y'all ready to shut her down? James, that may be where all the diapers are going, is to Canada instead of DC. All right, well, we'll see y'all maybe in 2 weeks. Thanks for stopping in. I really enjoyed it.